out, but it's not early anymore because, well, it's now almost a year. We're live! Actually, I have to, like, I would probably want to do something for the year anniversary, and then I'll probably do something in September for my show year anniversary, which is kind of cool. But if September's still a while away.
Not really. I mean, it's almost June already.
Yeah, I like this better. This is like how I run Conversations Plus. I mean, maybe I introduced a guest, but I don't even, whatever. I think there's entertainment in both ways. Organic entertainment. My dog is like passed out. She's barking. How was your Memorial Day weekends? Really good?
Great. Fantastic.
That's good.
I went on a roller coaster. Well, not a roller coaster. I went on a ride. Like, to me, it was a roller coaster.
What was it?
One of those little, a street fair. You get those little unsafe, like, rinky-dinky rides that they travel from town to town with.
Right.
Like at
was
the
Was it
county
a kiddie
fair.
coaster?
No, it was a real one. It was real. It was super fun.
Okay, but like a mini one.
Yeah, like.
That was your first coaster in a while?
Yeah, in a while. Since last year, anyway. Last year I went on it, and I got in trouble, like, because I got real dizzy, and I had to see my neurologist afterward, but then I thought back on it, and I realized that, like, last year there was a lot of stuff going on. Like, it might not have been the roller coaster. And so I went on the roller coasters yesterday, and I felt pretty good. Like, in the evening I didn't feel super well, but in this morning I woke up and I was like, I'm pretty good. And besides, I had to get my infusion anyway today, and whenever I get my infusion I feel much stronger. So I was kind of like, I don't care. I'm going to, like, enjoy my life while I have it, live in the moment.
Sure. It's funny when I know, not to joke about it, but when you say you get your infusion, it sounds kind of like some kind of superhero getting, like, some kind of, like, power.
That's how I feel, though. I feel super strong. In reality, though, I only feel as strong as normal people, but...
that to you is that super, though.
Yeah, that to me is, like, amazing. I feel like I have endless energy when I do it.
Annika O'Brien. Hey, Annika.
Hey, Annika.
Oh.
Hold on. Xbox.
Shut up! Pause. Connect. Xbox, roll over.
Some people name their dog Xbox? Really?
No, yeah, just to connect. Actually, maybe it's because it's the timing, or maybe because it's me. What is this? I know it's silly to bring it up, but hey, the first two people to enter my Hangout are all not of the sausage variety.
Yeah. I came in because Monica was in here.
I get to have my blood pressure
I'm not saying you
live.
came in for me. Yeah, not at all.
I don't really know you. I saw a video of you singing once, and no offense, but I think it was contextual. I think it would have been really funny and awesome had I known the context, but it was like, what in the world is this? You were singing a song without any music, and it was like the kind of stuff that I would expect somebody. I think that you were trying to be funny, because you seem far too intelligent to have thought that you were being serious. Does that make sense? Like, I've read some of your posts, and you seem a little too intelligent for that video to have been taken seriously. And I don't remember what it was, but it was like a really bad song.
The song was bad, or my singing was bad?
I hope I'm not offending you.
No, this is awesome to hear.
Your singing was pretty bad.
Thanks.
No, I mean, I don't mean to offend you. I think you're like, I've seen some intelligent posts from you and stuff, and I'm guessing that maybe you were trying to be funny, because, like, I've done YouTube videos that, taken out of context, look absolutely ridiculous. But if you were there when it was planned, like, if I direct it to, like, 5 people and then people that weren't there and don't get the joke.
What you're saying all makes total sense. So
okay.
I do this. There's a page called Tearing Through the Legends, and so I mean, look, I
think that might have been it.
I can sing. I don't necessarily sing everything well. I mean,
you had no music, and it seemed like you were just listening through headphones.
I was. That's what I was doing. I was listening to the song and singing.
So you couldn't hear yourself? Okay, and you couldn't hear yourself sing, so you were like.
Is that also the other thing? The other thing too is the webcam mic. For instance, Daria, Heather, and Ryan still sound probably better than me on their. Well, but they don't use a webcam mic. They all have like a standalone mic. My webcam mic, like, I'll say this: Daria, Heather, and Ryan, when they sang when I was at the concert, they sounded like a billion times better. They sound good. They sounded like a billion. Yeah. It's not even close. So. Yeah. And it's funny that because I sing and it's weird, but obviously singing like Bruce Springsteen is not easy for me. But if I'm singing like the national anthem, it's gonna sound better. But even on here, it might not because when I project, the webcam goes like it sounds like in and out. But the idea. My inspiration for it, not to give away secrets, was we have a lot of people in here that sing, and that are musicians and all that. And so I was like, all right, I can sing too. And I was trying to play around with it and not making fun of that whole genre. And if I could be funny, and if some of it was good or serious and some of it wasn't, like, it was not like a goal, like this has to be funny only or this has to be good. It was just like, let me just do it and entertain. It's entertainment. So if I can entertain people and people get a kick out of it, sometimes they listen to it and out of context they're like, this sucks, or sometimes they listen to it
or
with
they're
some
like,
more
what
context.
the heck, this guy thinks he's a good singer and he sounds like crap. Like, but there's a lot of, the reason why I may have thought that way was there are some people on YouTube that get made fun of, and some of them are mentally retarded. Like, and I'm not being mean, I mean, they're actually mentally retarded.
I was not
what I'm talking about? There's like people that are actually, No. I'm not saying they're stupid people. I'm saying they're actually retarded. Like, they're literally retarded. And they have growth disorders, and they have they have problems. They're like mentally challenged.
They think
and
they're
they
music
sing.
producers, yeah.
And I would never go on and say, hey, you suck, or like downvote it, because they're mentally retarded. So I didn't know if you were like doing a mockery, because you seem like you have your shit too much together. Like, everything you say, like, you take your name and you turn it into something.
Were you disappointed when you saw that video? You're like, oh man, why would you do that? Oh.
I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think. I had never talked
it's kind
to
of cool
and
that
I just
there's
figured,
all this.
Okay, this.
But look, this is what I'm saying. Just that video that it's generating this conversation is pretty freaking cool. You never know what's gonna happen when you put stuff out there.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, this guy obviously did this, like, for humor's sake or for his friends, and I'm watching it, and I don't think he meant this for just like anybody to see. It was really.
Oh, well, that's the thing about.
I think it was a precursor to this video.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about me is that I will public everything unless it's a private message. I am public, so. Edwin, get an iPhone or an Android. Stop with the BlackBerry. I'm gonna mute you. I keep wanting to mute you because I can hear the feedback in my earphones. Can you hear that, Annika?
Me?
Did you?
I heard it. I heard it. It's Edwin. Do you have
just
a
take
phone? Any type of phone near the camera?
Just take your BlackBerry and just move it to the other side of the room.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it is?
The signal is going. Yeah, because I had a BlackBerry when I made my movie.
Trios.
It's like trying to send Morse code.
Back
Your
when
phone
the
is
trios on Singular, I had a different kind of. The trio on Singular had a different, or AT&T, whoever, had a different kind of antenna signal than the ones on whoever else. So whoever else had them, I guess Verizon.
Okay, later, Brooke.
Bye, Brooke.
Thanks for the console abuse.
Fine.
Brooke loves my singing. What?
Well, I figured
didn't see it, but I can imagine.
Oh, Monica, you haven't. Yeah, I've made
people in other hangouts have talked
about my singing.
I've got some videos. I've got some videos, and I used to do tutorials on electronics, but I would get sexual comments, and I was not sexual at all. I would be teaching people how to
So it's YouTube.
But still, even if I wasn't showing my face really in the video, so a friend of mine videotaped me for 7 minutes hooking up a traffic light and turning it into a home light to hang on his wall, and I was explaining it, but I accidentally I think I misspoken it. Like I said something about DC circuit, but I meant the AC and it converts to DC, but I couldn't because it's LED. I was like, okay, there's no polarity. Well, a friend of mine saw it and was like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, oh my God, DC has no polarity or something. I don't remember what he said. And I was like, wait, what? But my friend, seriously, I'm sitting at a table. I have a traffic light. He goes, hey, I'm going to film this. Cool? And he just starts rolling the camera, and I had no clue it was going to end up on YouTube. So it's actually on YouTube. I don't think it has like maybe 5 views. But it's funny, but I mean, I'm really now to a point where I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, I care a little bit because, like, I have a professional job, and, like, I don't want to look like an idiot because I actually get paid to know shit for a living. So if I come across as an idiot and somebody who sees me that knows the company I work for, then it's going to make the company look bad.
There's that. I don't have to worry about that, and maybe in the future I might, but I don't.
Well, I just got hired on as for an actual position at a company, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I had told you, Monica, remember I told you I was going to be meeting up with the guy that's your fiance's university? The guy who's the head of the robotics, the whole robotics thing there.
Right.
He was here, but he wasn't here for very long. And I had other stuff I was doing, so I'll probably, his name's Nicholas, I think. He's like German or, I think
is he on Google Plus?
I don't think so. No, like I still have a voicemail from him. He's either like Austrian or Swiss because his accent he sounds Swiss. I mean, just from what I remember. I think he's Swiss. I can get his name, and you can ask your fiancé if he knows him. That would be
with a German or French accent.
But he's like the head of the entire robotics department there.
That's super cool. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be friends with a lot of
But
PhDs.
I just thought it was funny because you're like the only person that I know there.
Yeah, like, and a lot of my friends have moved away. The people who are doing a postdoc tend to shift pretty rapidly because those jobs are only for a year, year and a half, 2 years. And so,
oh, really?
You know, like well, it depends where they're located. If they're at the university, like university positions that are long-term are so hard to come by. That's my friend with a PhD in mathematics. He's looking for jobs in universities in Australia because there's not many here.
The universities don't pay shit. I mean, compared to, like, I have a friend who has 5 master's degrees. He makes over $150,000 a year at UCSF, but he's doing, like, DNA research, and he's doing, like, not robotics, but he's using robotics for, like, this DNA stuff and the Human Genome Project. And they're doing all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, they should be making so much more. Like, these guys should be making $500,000.
People are undervalued here, and that's what sucks about capitalism.
Education. Yeah, I know people that do marketing. Well, yeah, exactly. So this guy has 5 master's degrees. He has, like, all this this really vast background in computer science, statistics, all kinds of really kick-ass, like, medical stuff. Like, he and I did some of our computer science classes together, and I was going to teach him how to build a robotic car because he knows I have an unmanned vehicle, and it was something I was like, dude, you could totally do this if you could just brush up on Python. So I was going to teach him how to do it. He lives in San Francisco, obviously, because he's at UCSF. But he makes good money. I'm not saying $150,000 a year is not good. But he also lives in San Francisco, where just to survive,
you need to make at least $100,000, right?
Well, for his kind of job, survival alone, I know it's like $50,000. He doesn't own a car. Like, he does.
I heard.
Because he doesn't need one.
Does that mean it's freezing?
But it's just weird how, like, I know these people that make.
Did we lose her? Did she freeze up?
No, I think she's just frozen.
She froze
Oh, you're freezing up at the most interesting part. I hate that.
You froze.
Sometimes I wonder.
I was going to say what you said before, that I heard that if you make 85,000 or less, you qualify for public housing help in San Francisco. It's ridiculous.
The what now?
Is that true?
If you make
I don't
80
think
or
that can be true.
maybe they were exaggerating, but it sounded like if you make 80 or 85,000 or less, you qualify for public housing in San Francisco. Now, I didn't research this, but that's what people that live there told me. Maybe they were joking, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's pretty freaking awful, right? What? Most people can't even make 40,000 a year, so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no. Trust me, no. I mean, like, if you compare.
Oh, your face is bad. Isn't it funny that the people that are the most technical are the people that freeze? When I was interviewing Chi, he kept freezing.
How could Chi freeze? He's like on the Google network.
There it goes. That's what he was saying that the network by Kirkland, the Wi-Fi connection, whatever it is, or the internet, the network wasn't that good. But anyway, we're just chilling, kicking in plus, and just nothing. Just wanted to go live.
See that?
Yeah. Just for the heck of it. But
just for the plus.
Yeah. You know, like I would not be able to live in Boulder, basically, if I didn't have a cheap place to rent. You know, like I'm not sure about, but you know, these high in-demand areas are so expensive. And if I was to move to the nearest town north of me, I would not be able to get to my doctors. So, yeah, the whole San Francisco thing, that's crazy. I've heard, we had a whole conversation once about people that they built like a public housing thing in Mountain View, but nobody ever sees any of the people who live there, and that nobody uses the buses. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Hi. My connection's really crappy.
You're back now, though.
Yeah,
A little crappy.
Am I still crappy?
No, you're okay now.
I was accidentally connected to my neighbor's Wi-Fi. Apparently they have Wi-Fi. But I went to refresh my Wi-Fi connection, and it keeps linking me to these people next door whenever I'm in my living room, and I'm wondering why.
Well, you should go into your wireless settings then and delete those off of the auto join list. Because there's an auto join list for Wi-Fi networks. You should try to delete them.
I think the funniest thing I've ever seen was someone naming their Wi-Fi FBI surveillance. So there's no one.
We've got look. We've got our people, our neighbors, are CIA headquarters, and
that's pretty funny.
Retarded.
I like that.
It's like the dumbest thing, and like.
And then they do the sexual ones, yeah.
Well, yeah, like we've got Echo Base, which is me, ATT, and then they've got people that don't change it, like ATT 840.
Oh, speaking of Echo Base, holy crap.
That's mine.
Eric Rice and Doucher Man are here. I'm going to call you Doucher Man.
Good evening. Today you can. I just released version 2.
Oh, and you got a lot of talk at the Google Plus Photographer Conference. They mentioned Doucher a few times, Bradley.
What's up, Eric?
Hey,
everybody.
No idea,
All right.
So, Anna, what would, yeah. Oh, no, I only watched, it's on the Hangout. There was one with Bradley, and then there was one with Brian Rose. It's interesting to see the one with Brian Rose because they were answering a lot of, like, overall Google Plus questions. So I was like, okay, I guess Brian Rose doesn't just work photos then if he's answering, like, all these questions, right? But anyway, Annika, what you were saying, the Wi-Fi, did you fix your Wi-Fi?
Well, yeah, I somehow managed to connect to my neighbor, so I need to go into my settings and tell it to stop connecting to them. I've never once connected to them intentionally that I know of. Which is funny because mine has a really good signal and theirs has shit.
Oh,
but
sorry.
For some reason.
No, I was going to say not you, just to do show stuff here. No, we're just hanging out. This is not, it's live, but it's just chilling out. There's no format, really.
No
Don't
singing.
call the doucher guy. All right, you can speak, Eric. I was like, dude, come on. Why can't you say that? That's funny. That's comedy gold.
Oh, I mean, it's not that it's funny. I think you would probably not want to be known as the doucher guy. If someone's going to slur that
That is awesome.
and be like, what's up, doucher?
Yeah, that
We're not calling you the
funny.
doucher guy.
was doucher.
Yeah, that's not something you want to promote.
Eric, are
it's like
you
a joke
have
every time.
vignetting on your video?
What?
Do you have vignetting on your video?
I do.
Why do you ask?
Because I totally see it.
I have my video box is actually embedded deeper into the window than everybody else's. It's part of being verified.
Wow,
Uh-huh.
such a lie.
I'm sure.
My name is Eric Rice, and I tell no lies or truths.
So Eric, about that.
You're
My
only
name
like
in
the
Hebrew,
second person that's noticed, by the way.
What? The fade at the top and the bottom?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
try and keep it really, really, really subtle.
Yeah, I put mine on the corners, like
When I
around.
think Eric Rice, I think subtle.
Yeah.
When I think Eric's right, I see horses' heads.
More than you know.
So Eric, about the doucher issue. My name in Hebrew. No, my
You're a
name in
doucher,
Hebrew.
man, and we appreciate you for your doucherness.
My name, Safrir, in Hebrew means literally float drool if you separate it into two words. So I have a lot of experience in people making those kind of jokes. It
Nah.
gets old very quickly.
Yeah.
Douching
Hey,
gets old.
you're telling a guy who's got a food for a last name? Trust me, I know.
Oh,
like, I've been a treat forever.
Eric, do you like fried rice?
What? Is that your middle name?
Are you Angel?
See what Annika's doing right now? Oh, that's
Yeah.
a YouTube video right there. I'd be like, I think this... See, I wouldn't look at that and be like, oh, this girl's more intelligent than that. I'd be like, that's kind of funny.
People are going to think Annika's making fun of rice and Asians as opposed to Annika's making fun of people who make fun of Asians.
That's awesome that you explained it.
But yeah, it's like, well, because I'm insecure. Like, if people don't like me, what am I going to do with myself?
You're going to like you. And that's enough.
No.
You know, Chris, I had to click on your video because I saw that picture behind you, and I said, what mapping program does he have up on the screen? And then I greenboxed you, and I'm like, oh, it's analog.
Oh, that's cute. Are you a cartographer? Chris?
Yes. Hello? On which part now?
Hello, you're live.
I know.
Yeah, I think she asked if you're a cartographer.
What's a cartographer?
Or a photographer.
Map
Oh
maker.
my God! Wow! Wow!
Oh, map maker? No way.
Yeah.
Considering how old that map is,
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
it
gonna say you don't
Map
know the
maker,
term
not-
cartographer.
That's
Cartography meaning.
that is
Can I say
Hawaii.
something real quick?
That's where we went on our honeymoon, so I framed it. It was kind of cool, an old map of Hawaii.
Oh, that's so precious.
Thank
The
you.
only
Are you still
reason
married?
why I know
Yes.
cartographer is from Halo.
12 years.
Wow,
Video
video games teach
I actually,
people.
that is funny.
I
I
was
got
a
a
level
map.
editor.
I got
I
a
read a
map
level
from
editor.
a silent auction of a cruise that we were on for my wife. It was great, silent auction. I could sneak around the boat and actually buy it and bid on it, and it shows all the destinations and stuff that we went to. I gave it
How much you buy it for?
like 200,
That's not bad.
autographed by the captain and all those guys, and it had all,
Avenue, what?
That's cool.
it was worthwhile. Yeah. If I've always said there are jobs. If there wasn't technology, I would either be a bartender or a cartographer.
That's what we've been watching Game of Thrones. And I
Oh, wait,
told
don't
John-
spoil it. Are you going to spoil it? Don't spoil
No. I told John, I go, every time I watch shows like this, I always think, because typically women either are forced into marriage at a young age, just in that era, or become prostitutes, or some of them go into battle. I wouldn't want to go into battle. I would want to be independent. However, the only women that were independent were prostitutes. So I said I would probably be someone like a cartographer,
Are you
or
saying you don't
somebody
like
that
sex?
was educated, or even a calligrapher, or somebody that, I don't know, maybe not a cobbler, but I would want to do something that's like a cartographer, calligrapher, or I might just be a
Listen to
hooker.
this. Next thing you know, she'll be all talking about women reading books and shit.
What?
This is the map I have on my wall here.
There you go.
Women aren't in the kitchen.
I
They
have a
servants
really
for
cool
that.
map. I'll be right
What?
back.
Get back in the
We're
kitchen.
bringing out the maps. It's become a cartographer conference here. You learn something on Google
Cartographer conference.
cartography.
It's actually very hard because one of my hobbies is Geo Fiction, and that is not easy.
Well, what do you do with that?
Many hobbies.
Well, Geo Fiction is the hobby side of world building. World building is what, it's part of game development.
Oh, okay.
Geofiction is when you actually create, and when you look up people who've done geofiction like for a long time, it is amazing. They built completely fictional cities with entire infrastructures, maps, subways. You're like, is this a place that I have not seen? And you're like, where is this map? Why have I never been there?
Oh, I actually thought that was Game of Thrones
cool.
at first. It didn't occur to me that it wasn't even Earth. Like it could, I'm not ruining it, but what I'm saying is it doesn't necessarily take place on Earth. It takes place in a different time with different, kind of like Lord of the Rings, same kind of idea. Anyway, Eric will appreciate this. I also have the Skyrim map. But
I love
wait, you
maps.
can't.
Well, wrong map.
No, I have the Skyrim map, but I also have this one.
That's an old map too.
Yes. Oh, it's
There's a
very
song
old.
called
It's cloth.
Maps.
My youngest
I just
stole
didn't
that
know what
map
to
from
do
me.
with
I'm
it.
glad my wall could inspire you to show old maps.
But
And
this is a
Video
World
game
of
maps are
Warcraft.
fantastic. I think I have saved video game maps from
I have the Fallout.
what was the game on what was the stupid game on Xbox with all the orbs? Everybody went to collect all the freaking orbs. Crackdown. The Crackdown city maps and of course Grand Theft Auto maps.
GTA, yeah, that was crazy what they give you with GTA. I was like, really?
Well, I
You
can't
need all this
believe
paper?
I have all the stuff that came with Fallout.
they sourced 100,000 photographs. They sent photographers out into New York City and sourced. They took 100,000 pictures to build GTA 5.
Wow.
To
Oh
the
wait, when's
point-
that coming out?
That's been out for years. GTA 4 is.
No,
Liberty
you said
City.
5. You said 5. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because they played around like the Lincoln Tunnel is the Booth Tunnel. Get it? But you could totally identify where you are.
Oh, that's funny because you
In the
shot.
game.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, in San Andreas.
I'm driving by Queens, which is called Kings.
You're like, there's
they just play
Matthew, where
with
do you
it.
live? You're like, you try to find my house and shoot me, right? That didn't happen.
So it's a really fantastic game. I love it when they go all out with that. But yeah,
Yeah, in
and I
GTA
blame
San
the
Andreas, they
virtual
also had
world
a lot
for
of
that.
Locations from San
Is it
Francisco.
sad though that it is entertaining to sit there and drive and not do anything but just drive? But
What in GTA 4?
yeah, you play around
No,
with these
free mode
things,
is some of the best mode
That's what
gameplay in
the
that
radio
game.
is for.
Yeah.
Because you make up games with other people. The emergent gameplay is a phenomenal concept in games.
What did you think about the live play of GTA on Xbox Live?
Yeah, I mean, there's story mode, and then there's multiplayer, and then there's the racing element, but then you can just go into free mode and just try and do things. You can start free mode with no killing and try and kill people. Or you'd glitch out and you'd climb in the airport and try and get all the police after you because you can actually hide in the airport, which you can't technically do, and they can't get to you because the intelligence of the game is crazy. You know, getting helicopters, blowing people up, trying to like point a rocket launcher straight at the ground and throw yourself up and see if you can die from the fall, which never works. So yeah, hours and hours of
and
just
all the
crazy-
videos of GTA 4 and Halo. They do that stuff with Halo too.
Mhm.
All the videos and stuff messing around.
Yeah, but I got into
So what
geofiction
is
by way of
video
virtual
driven-
worlds like Second Life. It was completely an accident. I had no idea what I was doing.
What is video driven one?
Video-driven social media, like
Oh, just basically, I put video in social media space rather than on TV. I think it's more effective.
you mean like wait, so it's just television stuff?
It's video, but it's on social media rather than being on TV.
You mean so it's like on different platforms like?
It's a fancier word to say
Face-
online video.
On air.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they should just say like
you gotta go for the
internet.
buzzwords.
So-
Internet.
So it's basically we go out and we film stuff and create it more interesting. And
Oh, okay.
edit
Okay,
it and chop it up and
so web shows kind of.
Which is different than social video, by the way.
yeah, it's just another way to say it.
I think I hear a lot of these mashed together words. I'm not saying anything against you. I just didn't know what.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, because like I know a lot of people that are like, they call themselves like ninjas.
Oh yeah.
They're gurus, they're ninjas, they're this and that. And my friend, a friend of mine, Matt, who is a roboticist with me, he also does web design. And he's
Is he a ninja roboticist?
No, but what infuriates him, he wants to change his company name because he's been using the word ninja for years and years and years and years, like close to 20 years of his web design stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just furious with the way the word gets used now. And the name of the company that he has is Ninjitsu. And it's like it's like actually it has a lot of meaning to it.
Yeah.
And they do Drupal and stuff like that. And it's like that term now is like
a ninja expert, all
Just,
that.
So it's
just
like, I'm a
add
ninja,
heavy
I'm an
industries
expert.
to the end of it. That makes everything 1,000 times cooler. Be like
What
ninjutsu
is-
heavy industries.
Ninjitsu what?
Heavy industries.
Heavy? Oh, a heavy? Like TF2 or something?
Heavy
What
industries
is it?
anyone
always
here
makes
ever-
everything cooler.
I never met someone that called himself a guru and actually knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, same here.
Well, anytime you self-appoint yourself, it's never a good starting point.
Yep,
You should let the other people talk about who you are.
exactly.
CEO drives me nuts.
Same here. You know what? Guess what I am? I just got a job at Friday. I got hired on full time. I think I told you I've been doing different like little projects. I'm actually officially, as of last week, I had my last video call and they want to take me on. I'm the CTO, and I was like, can I please not use that name because being a cute girl on the internet, CTO is like the last name. So I'm chief technologist is what my business cards are going to say.
CT.
That's reasonable. But when
But
people are like founder and CEO,
The company's been around since '94.
What
So
is
it's
it?
not like
Yeah.
it just got formed.
are they big or
No,
like
they're small,
guys?
but they make big money. They
Because
take bids
newsflash,
on
if you've
huge-
got founder and CEO, you're either a shitty founder or a shitty
Yes.
CEO because
Yeah,
founders
the only
never
thing
make
I'm-
great CEOs.
Exactly. I'm co-founder of Leadworks, and we're tiny.
So you're saying Zuckerberg doesn't make a good CEO?
Now,
No, that's different though. That's
actually,
that's
no,
different.
I would
Because
probably wager no, he wouldn't be a good CEO. Because founders have a specialty and they understand it. But CEO, you hear people say that when they got a one-man operation. And even if you might be an S-Corp or an LLC.
Wasn't Steve Jobs, Bo?
I think that's
Well,
an embarrassing.
yeah, he was technically the CEO.
And he founded
And
it.
when it's a one or two man operation, come on.
Yeah, hey, you know what my business card says for the company that I co-founded? I co-founded a company and we made enough money to be able to retire before our 30th birthdays. And my business card from that company says programmer. Why? Because what did I do all day? I programmed. Was I the CEO? Was I the CTO? For a year I was CEO only because that's what we had to file for the taxes because we needed a label. And that was only on paperwork. But when people said, what do you do all day? I wrote source code. It's pretty much all I
Wait,
did.
I'm confused. Did you say you have enough money to retire, but you just got a new job?
No, before I was 30. No, the job. Okay, the thing that I'm doing is I have a rule that I don't work unless I would work for free. I've been working for free doing work for this company, designing stuff. It's all robotics. I also do charity work with local high schools. And so the company Web Urban that I was doing some work for free, they started paying me and they asked if I'd like to come on and either be on the board or, just hold a position. And I was like, well, if you guys want to pay me a salary, I'd like to continue to work with you, long term. But also, I don't like to stop doing anything. So I'm still doing the same stuff that I was doing before.
You're a game
now I have a
changer.
title.
You sure?
There you go, game changer. There's a name.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
title.
that's actually fun.
That's real popular right now.
Game
What is-
changer Sherpa. Don't forget to pivot.
What's a game changer, Sherpa?
I don't know.
This is a
Yeah, that's
whole
Eric
lot
Rice's brain.
future.
We really need more shamans, I think, in here. I don't hear that one a lot. Shaman,
Cammy.
but we hear guru.
Are you
We hear
Guru.
Sherpa.
Arresta.
You guys could read that. It's from a
When you
talk
moved
I
your
gave.
camera around, we saw it, yes.
It's from a talk I gave at DeVry. This is from DeVry. There's nothing fancy about
There's
DeVry.
nothing game-changing about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. No, I gave a talk about
DeVry.
women in the industry. This thing's old.
You should have you on my show. You and Eric Rice and Monica, that's an episode right there.
Let's do it.
Andre Boyd.
Knowledge all up in this show.
Hey, Andre, what's up?
Bring this.
Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going?
Pretty good. He brings in the Walking Dead element.
Hey, Leandre, I don't think I've ever met you.
Hey, nope. Actually, this is the first time we've been in a hangout together. But I followed your stream.
And he knows that because he's using that brand new extension, Hangout History, created by da-da-da-da-da.
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Da-da-da-da, made it.
Yeah, I mean, just, but I'll promote it. Da-da-da-da-da. Perfect.
Wow. I like your
But da-da-da-da
article you
should
got on
make
your
it.
first page. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I'm thinking, maybe time to plan now for the apocalypse and see what our next steps are.
Is that the e-card that you, or is that what you're talking about, or no? There's like a really neat
No, I'm talking about his zombie apocalypse post.
Yeah.
Oh, the e-card, I like that. In fact, I saw that earlier. I'm assuming I have you circled.
Oh, I think I saw it from you. There you go.
What if we got the zombie thing wrong? What if the undead bleeding brain eaters, the imagery we see is just a metaphor for everybody on social networks?
It is, actually.
And
You
some
know,
of
I've
us
wondered
just
that
wield bigger
before,
chainsaws
Eric.
than others.
Like when I did the discussion about the book Brave New World, I was saying, like these people took drugs, in order to pacify themselves. Social media, like that is addictive. It rewires your brain. I'm just saying.
Yup.
You mean
Huxley
the way
was
that
right, man.
people here use it? I was watching Walking Dead, and granted, I'm not one for the zombie genre.
It's not really that, though.
Well, no, but I mean, I watched Walking Dead up until they found Sophie in the barn, and that was the last
spoiler
episode I
alert.
watched.
Sophie?
Never mind, you didn't hear that if you didn't watch it.
Oh, wait, that was
Sophia.
a long time ago.
Sophia.
Okay.
I
sorry.
mean, I guess not. I mean, I don't care, but I mean, I don't know how long ago. Landre, the Sophie, finding Sophia.
Oh, come on.
Is
We've
that old
talked
enough?
about all this
Have
stuff
we? I don't
before.
know.
It's
No, it's because
old
we're
enough.
live. I don't know. Walking
That's
Dead will be
an
like,
old episode.
Walking Dead, AMC will contact me and be like, what the hell, dude? You just killed us.
It was a pivotal moment in an older episode. Where that happened.
The end of the first part of season 2.
Yes.
Right.
But now, I mean, I played a lot of Dead Island, and to me, that's just becoming repetitious now. Like, I'm bashing things in the head with shovels, and I'm collecting stuff, and I'm still doing some of the quests. But I cannot effing wait until Borderlands 2 comes out. If Borderlands 2 does not come out in September, I'm writing a letter to the company, and I'm going to be like, screw you guys. Especially because I'm working on that project for them. Like, if they have a deadline on the Claptrap project, yet, and I even talked to them, I said, they told me that they'll give me 2 free licenses. So I'm excited because I get to play it for free, but I don't know. I hope it comes out in September. I hope they don't delay it again. Because they've done that in the past.
Glasses.
Because I need to see.
There's nothing wrong with glasses.
I have the next generation on pause on my TV.
I wore really thick glasses. Glasses that were about this thick. I had to wear because my eyes were so bad. So,
What do you wear now? Contacts?
No, I got better.
LASIK?
Wait, LASIK?
Did you do LASIK?
I had to wear corrective lenses, but they didn't work, so they kind of made my eyes even worse. But
I
don't
did
need
LASIK
glasses.
a long time ago.
Cool. How does that work? I mean, is your visual acuity
Basically, what they do, it takes about, per eye, takes about 10 seconds. And they laser the eye to correct the, I don't know, there's a line in there that they get it straight. And I can see perfect now. My vision was horrible. I mean, I had those thick, and I just hated contacts. It was like, so I did about 10 years ago. It was probably pretty crazy. I was probably like the first person. I was like a guinea pig, I guess. Oh, this stuff works. Okay, let's try it.
I keep getting this mental
It's
imagery.
probably a lot better now.
Cool. Yeah, I keep getting this mental imagery of Luke Skywalker in that episode of Family Guy, like with the lightsaber trying to get the guy's eye.
They'd only do one eye at a time just in case it didn't work.
Yeah, so that's
It wasn't too painful.
cool. And it sounds
I
like
haven't had to wear contacts or glasses since.
And that's working for you. That's good. I mean, glasses are. I mean, I think glasses are cool. I don't know.
Yeah, glasses are great.
Make you like seem more. A lot of people, not that you're not intelligent with glasses, but a lot of people are made to be more intelligent with glasses than they are.
Absolutely.
Is there an echo? Am I just?
There is an echo. I think it's coming from Chris.
Seems like Chris is echoing.
Turn your
Let's
speaker
check
down.
and see.
okay.
Echo,
Testing.
Charlie, Niner.
I think
Echo.
this is better.
I see a little bit from Landry, but anyway.
Yeah, I see a little from Landry, but I don't hear my voice.
There was something
It was
I was
Chris.
reading about children with glasses and why they're perceived as being nerdy and smart. And they said what they think the link is that a lot of children that grow up to be more intelligent or are perceived as more, I guess, like literary or intellectual are readers at a young age. And when you're laying in bed late at night reading books in the half dark, it does a number on your eyes. So they think that part of why people, especially like the teen years, you end up having to wear glasses is because maybe it does something to your eyes. But also, most people that don't read, like if they're, a lot of people that are, I guess, like under, I don't want to say underserved, but a lot of people that are poor that can't even afford to be literary as much because they're too busy worried
What
about
about the
just
library?
survival. Well, yeah, no. They think that also reading. And a lot of people, when you have the basic survival instincts and that's about it, like you just need to survive, the last thing on your mind is, hey, I should go read Edgar Allan Poe. It's like, oh crap, I hope I have food to eat tonight.
Right.
I hope I have a place to sleep. It's that's
It
why
takes
I think
a lot of your
poor-
energy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think it's that poor people don't want to be readers or poor people don't want to eat healthy food. I think it's that, I don't know if you've ever gone through a poor time in your life, but that's kind of the last thing you're thinking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're not raised to value books, if you're raised to just value survival, you can't really expect someone. But they also think that a lot of people, they wear glasses because they read and they realize that their vision is bad. Like, it wasn't until I went to college that I realized just how bad my vision was, because I was reading things off of a dry erase board from, 50 yards away, or however far. I'm really bad with imperial measurement, but from very far away, I could tell that it was that I needed glasses. So.
Yeah, and I used to sneak books. So when I was really young, I would be punished by my parents would say you cannot read anymore.
Mm-hmm.
My mother would take away all of my books. She would literally take them and be like, you cannot read anymore. So what this did for me was I actually sewed pockets in my clothes. And Chris, you just unmuted and that echo was kind of bad. But yeah, so I would sneak books that way, but it meant I would read in really low light.
Mm-hmm.
And so I needed glasses by the time I was 8.
Wow. I was raised in a household where we had a rule. There were 4 of us kids, and we were forced to all sit at the dinner table at the same time and eat with our parents. And the only exception to get up from the table was to go look something up in either a Britannica or a dictionary. So our parents were constantly, also, they both studied stuff. Like my mom was a aeronautic engineer and my dad was a doctor. So it was more that they wanted us to value that the same way they did. And my dad never stopped reminding us that he was raised poor, he was broke, he had to share shoes, that he did not come from money, and that what set him apart from other poor people was that he